Although names like Bernard Montgomery and Harold Alexander are familiar when talking about the British in World War II, there are many important commanders who are all but forgotten. Perhaps one of the most successful and important of these is Sir Miles Dempsey. Miles Dempsey was born on the 15th of December, 1896, in Wallasey, Cheshire, England. He, like many other successful military leaders, attended the Royal Military College, Sandhurst. At the age of 17, he volunteered for the British Army, as the Great War had been going on for a few months already. By 1916, he was a platoon commander in D Company of the 1st Royal Berkshires. His first experience in combat was the Battle of Delville Wood. He was later promoted to the command of A Company, which he led against the German Spring Offensive. His company was attacked by mustard gas, and Dempsey was sent back to England to have a lung removed. He returned to the front until the end of the war just 4 months later. After the Great War ended, Dempsey remained with the Allied occupation of the Rhineland for some time. In his free time in England, he played professional cricket. Dempsey spent the early 1920s stationed in Persia and India, joining the British Army of the Rhine in 1927. In the 30s, Dempsey went to Staff College, Cambridge. In January of 1938, Dempsey took over command of the 1st Royal Berkshires as a lieutenant colonel. At the start of World War II, Dempsey was sent along with BEF to the mainland of Europe. After the defeat of Belgium, Dempsey's Royal Berkshires held off Nazi forces until Bernard Montgomery's 3rd Infantry Division could cover the hole left by Belgium. Dempsey then provided cover for the rest of the Allied troops during the Dunkirk evacuation. In December 1942, he was promoted to Lieutenant General and put in command of the 13th Corps at request of Montgomery. During the Allied invasion of Sicily, Dempsey spearheaded the British assault alongside Montgomery. As the Allied invasion of Normandy drew near, Montgomery had Dempsey put in command of the British Second Army. The British forces planned to secure Juno, Gold, and Sword beaches. The Second Army drew German forces towards Caen, allowing George Patton's U.S. Third Army to break through in the west. As Operation Market Garden was being planned, Dempsey insisted it would fail, but agreed to take part nonetheless. After watching the U.S. 82nd Airborne take Nijmegen Bridge, he noted that the 82nd was, quote, easily the best division on the Western Front. On the 15th of October, 1944, Dempsey was knighted by King George VI on the battlefield. On the 3rd of May, 1945, Sir Miles Dempsey captured Bremen, Hamburg, and Kiel, and received requests of surrender from General Feldmarschall Keitel and Großadmiral Dönitz. After victory in Europe, Sir Dempsey was granted British command of forces in Malaya. Although the war had finally ended, he held command of over 100,000 former British and Dutch prisoners, and 750,000 captured Japanese troops, in addition to the 2nd and 14th Armies. In 1946, he became Commander-in-Chief of Middle East Land Forces, which he commanded during the Palestine Emergency. Miles Dempsey retired from the Army in 1947. The next year, he married Viola O'Reilly. At the age of 72, Dempsey was diagnosed with cancer, and on the 25th anniversary of D-Day, Sir Miles Dempsey passed away. Dempsey was a rather unusual commander in that he never did anything for attention. He had his diaries burned and wrote no memoirs. He was just a soldier, and he wanted no more than that. He is not well remembered today, but perhaps he would have liked it this way. To this day, there is yet to be another successful military leader as modest and humble as Sir Miles Dempsey. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Matthew, and I hope I'll see you next time.
Goodbye, goodbye, went a tear, baby dear, from your eye. Though it's hard to part, I know, I'll be sick of the death to go. Don't cry, don't die, there's a silver lining in the sky. Bonsoir, old things, cheerio. cheerio, chin chin, na boo toodaloo, goodbye.